Ladies and gentlemen, my name is XPC Reaper here with a library card look. Today we're looking at Payday 2. Now, what is Payday 2? It is a first-person heist simulation, I suppose you could say. First off, let's take a look at the options menu. If we go into video, you'll think, there's not much here. If we go into resolution, you've got a wide variety ranging from 800 by 600 all the way up to 1920 by 1080. Possibly higher. Effect quality you can adjust as is. You can also go into advanced, take a look at your different things. You got texture quality low, medium and high. You've got depth of field, you've got VSync, which I have enabled. It is synced to every frame, which is good. Some games filter and sync by every 2 frames, but hate when games do that. Animation quality I've got set to low because I was trying this out on my actual laptop. So there we go. FOV adjustment. You can adjust. I'm not sure what all these numbers are and everything. I just keep mine set to the basic because I'm using a TV as my monitor, so I would presume that it's a decent enough FOV right now. If we go into sound, it's got individual sliders for music, sound effects, and voice chat. I'm going to put voice chat right down to the bottom. Going to switch off my voice chat as well. Now, controls, we look in here, we've got edit keys. You can adjust all these keys individually. You can also use an Xbox 360 gamepad or any other kind of gamepad for that matter. And clear progress will actually allow you to reset all your stuff back to level 1 and get rid of all the stuff out of your inventory. Now, I should mention these weapons here, as well as this one. Yeah, all my primary weapons and this secondary I have equipped are all weapon pack items. Now, you buy the weapon pack DLC separately, and I'll just show you what actual purchasing of guns is like in this here. You can have a look through and see you've got 9 different types of pistol available. You can also check your available mods. So for example, if I was to save up to get a Strike 18C pistol, I could modify it and put it on a standard issue suppressor or a velocity muzzle attachment, yeah. You can also have a look at different ones. If it's blacked out, or greyed out rather, then you don't have access to it just yet. But some of them, this is a modified weapon right here. I'll actually show you the mods I've got on it. So if we preview the weapon with the mods, it's got that little flashlight on it. Preview it without, it's not got that flashlight. We could have a look at it without the grip, have a look at it with the grip. You can see it makes a difference. And then, of course, this is my favorite one. No, do not remove that modification. That's it by standard with the slide. But then the slide I've got is the long vented slide, which makes it look really cool, I think. You can also see a wide variety of different attachments for your assault rifles, things like that. I could have a look and see what this assault rifle looks like with a big suppressor on it. Or maybe if I didn't want a suppressor, I could also lock it to semi-auto or full auto. Those were added in updates. And I think, yeah, you can assign it so that it's locked either single or auto fire. But if you don't assign it to one of those two, then you've got access to both of them. You can see I've got my ACOF optic. You can see it's got the little cross sight there. You've also got a wide variety of different ones. You've got your holographic sight, the professional's choice, which is a red dot. You've got surgeon sight, which is a reflex red dot, military red dot. You've got mil-spec scopes, and your Seymour sight, which is another actual reflex sight. You can also adjust that there. Now you're wondering why so many of those aren't available, and the way you actually unlock weapon mods in this game is through packs, through cards rather, I should say. Now, someone there is really ballsy taking on a game in Deathwish framing frame. Wow, these guys are insane. There's someone playing on 4 stores. So let's actually have a look at 4 stores and see what's going down there. Quick enough to join in. loading times for a game. Around 30 seconds in total to load up an entire match. We'll just count, that's probably about 10 seconds. You can see it says joining, and not ready. Now those guys are ready. You'll see my joining progress is slowly going up the way. Gonna have a look at my loadout. Now I could take the knife, knuckle duster, fist, or rifle, but I'm going to stick with a knife. I'm going to keep these here weapons, and I'm going to ready up, which is going to allow me to go in game. Now, our objective in this mission is to steal $15,000. The way you do that is looking for loose change, things like that. Now, you get a wide variety of special enemies in the game. He's placing a shape charge there, which is good. Now, a lot of your weapons, this here rifle you'll notice has a very definitive zoom in. It definitely reduces your sight line a fair amount, but this weapon has enough damage and all that. A lot of the time if you shoot an unhelmeted enemy in the head, he's gonna die. I guess those guys already died in their car, which is unfortunate for them. Now we're waiting for the van, which means we have to wait for, well, like I say, for the van to appear. When the van does appear, we can escape or we can stick about and steal a bit more loose change. Now we've got guys across the street. Come on, couldn't get a line on him. The weapon mechanics in the game are very interesting because this is a game where you'll probably end up using iron sights a lot more than in other games, and I don't mean just looking down your sights, I mean using your actual iron sights. Sometimes, well, when you start the game right off the bat, you don't have any attachments on your primary weapon, anything like that. And your weapon choices, the weapons you buy, will actually a lot of the time be determined on what can I upgrade this weapon to be like. For example, this shotgun, can I upgrade it so that it's got a good shell capacity in the actual tube? Or am I going to have to do it in such a way that it's going to be more concealable and is going to allow me to fire from the hip more effectively? Maybe you want to focus on a weapon which is easy to hide so that you can pull off stealth heists. Now this guy is going to place a shape charge. That's going to save us a bit of time picking the locks, definitely. Ooh, those guys right there are tasers. Now, if we make our way to this van right here, this is our escape point. As soon as everyone is in this leaving area, are we going to get an escape? Nope, it looks like we're actually going to be going straight to our payday. Some missions, if you complete them and you go through the combat section of it, you can stealth a lot of missions, but some ones, if you manage to get into combat and everything, it will require you to commit an escape mission, which is where you basically have to fight your way to a specific point or defend yourself up to a certain point when you can actually escape with all your loot. Now I'm going to pick this left card, and I'm hoping it's going to be a weapon mod. Is it? Please? Nope. It's given me a material for the masks. That's not too bad. Someone you could see there just got an extended mag for their locomotive shotgun. Now if we have a look at the masks, this is the one I've got equipped right now. We can preview that there. Your basic hockey mask. Then you've got things like the Angry Bear mask. Of course, if we have a look at this here, we've got Santa. And you can customize these masks as well. You could make a blood red Santa, or maybe you want a jade Santa. Maybe you want a wooden Santa. Or maybe you just want a plastic one. Now, a lot of these materials are quite, oh, definitely. I don't actually have any colors. Wow. That's insane. Right, so we could preview the mask, and this would be the mask we'd be creating. And you can see in the crafting, it's going to cost $208,845. Do I want to spend that much on a mask? Not particularly. If we have a look at the skills, this is where the RPG mechanic comes in. As you level up, you get skill points to assign. When you're assigning points, you've got stuff like your basic cost for it in points and in cash. Now, your cash is shared over everything. You don't get specific allowance for your skills and then a specific allowance for your weapon customization, things like that. Nope, you stick with one pool of cash the entire time, and you've got one pool of skill points. Now you can see I've put a lot of points into the technician class, and I'm working my way up towards this here one so that I can actually upgrade it, use those 12 points and 1.4 million, or yeah, close enough to 1.4 million to actually be able to convert to shape charges, which I can use to blow open safes and doors, which will definitely help teams out that don't have access to shaped charges. Now, we've also got stuff like your drills. I've upgraded mine so that I've got 30% extra drill efficiency. So if I place a drill, it's going to be more efficient. If someone else places it, I can still upgrade it so that we get the benefit of that there. You've got a wide variety of different things. Snap to zoom is 100% faster, and my zoom level with assault rifles is increased by 25%. Once you unlock a certain tier, you'll see that it says tier bonus unlocked. What that means is since I've spent 30 skill points actually unlocking all the way up here so that I can buy this skill, that means the cost of weapon and mask crafting for me is reduced by 5%. I got kicked by the game, unfortunately, but it doesn't particularly matter to me. If we were to have a look, we've got someone playing on Rats there, which was... Rats is one of the ones where you'll definitely see a lot of experience and money out of it if you play it right. Someone's playing Framing Frame. That's another one where you can earn a lot of money if you do it right. If you don't, you're just going home with a lot of experience instead. Someone's playing on the bank heist, so you know what? I'm actually going to join in on the bank heist. Hopefully this will actually be able to join in time. Yep. So we've got our leader, who is wearing quite a cool looking mask. You've got him there wearing the I'm not sure what he loves, but I'm sure I would probably love it too. So you can see a lot of cool customization things in this. There's definitely a large amount of things you can do with all this sort of thing. I am actually going to quickly switch. Connection to the host has been lost. That's unfortunate. Sometimes you will get points where you're just basically running about and you have to wait for so damn long, basically. I'm going to equip the machine gun. Why not? If we're going for something like a bank heist, it's probably not going to be stealthy anyway. Ooh, a Deathwish. Deathwish gives you less experience? Holy crap. That can't be right. Oh wait, experience minus 10%? What? Is it maybe only Deathwish Pro that gives you a ton of experience? Because that sounds scary to me. Deathwish is basically where you're fighting a lot of really tough enemies. You know what? We're going to go for the Firestarter mission. There are 3 days to the Firestarter mission, and this is going to give you a good insight into what all happens in some of the missions. He's got a really interesting looking mask there. He says, "You," I say, "Hello." Now, we just gotta wait for some other people to do it. Join in. Hopefully they'll be nice and polite. Okay, so we got YOLO Kill, is it? Kill. Jesse Pinkman is joining. Hey, there we go. Jesse, you've definitely changed your hairstyle a lot. So we've actually got everybody here now. Right, are we gonna go for this? I hope we are. Now, yes, there we go. So we're starting off a mission on Firestarter. The first mission of this can be hell. There's no question about that. I should mention to them that I do not have shape charges. So I've just informed them of the fact that I don't have shape charges. Does anyone else? It doesn't look like anyone has shape charges. Someone's got a saw. Okay, Kill or however you pronounce it, has a saw, which is going to allow us to get access to weapons much quicker. Now in this one, you can choose to destroy the weapons and not gain any money from them, or if you steal them, they're worth a ton of cash each. No question about that. So it looks like I am going to be the explosive sort of guy, definitely. Okay, so we got 2 machine gunners here. No! We're gonna need that saw! We are gonna need that saw! Why are you doing this? That is not an effective thing to do. We need to blow open the vault, you silly man. Okay, it looks like we're not taking all the weapons, and if we are, then we're gonna be in for a hell of a bad time defending. Now, during your stealth stage, you can press F to mark different things. You can press Q to toggle on your weapon attachment. I've got my machine gun here, which is good fun. It's always fun to have a machine gun. Ooh, one of those guys is getting suspicious. How did someone see me there? Okay. It looks like we're going loud. Now, these machine guns you can't aim down sight with because you're just a bank robber. You're not some kind of specialist military personnel. Right. So we need to bag these guns and get them out of here quickly. Right. So I'm going to collect some of these and move them up the way. Oh, damn it. Kilikuil disconnected. He must have got scared and decided to leave. Perhaps if he'd actually taken the saw. Now we need to steal 4 weapons for this. So, okay, we've got access to 4 weapons here. That should be decent enough. But this is where things start getting hectic. Because now we have to take on a bunch of evil cops. And since I don't have access to iron sights, this is definitely going to be less than fun. Because at this kind of range, I really don't have any ability to take them out. Take cover behind that there, reload my weapon. Ooh, you shouldn't run so close to us. Now some of these guys are actually now starting to use smoke grenades, which is... it's gonna be pretty scary. Because sometimes if they use smoke grenades, that means there is going to be what's called a cloaker. And the cloaker is basically the guy who... he's probably as responsible for deaths as some of the bulldozers that you see. The bulldozers are heavily armed tanks. They wear big EOD suits and they can take a lot of punishment. Now, run around this corner. Gonna place a trip mine there, so that anyone running along there will get neutralized. Now, this is the point where we start moving our weapons. Since these are big, heavy bags and we're already carrying a lot of weaponry, you move really slow with this. Some of the other bags, for example, if I was carrying a bag of jewelry, would be much lighter and wouldn't affect my movement speed pretty much at all. But then sometimes when you're carrying stuff like gold or weapons, the weight of it is definitely taken into account and it becomes really bothersome to move. Now these guys are moving that stuff there. I am going to start working my way up the hill with the weapons. Going to set them behind some of the trees so we've at least got a little bit of cover as we proceed. Now, wow, you really do move slowly carrying this stuff, and you also need to consider gravity in this here. If you throw a weapon onto the stairs and it doesn't land on one of the stairs, it's going to roll right back down. No question about it. Now he had a shotgun, he just managed to take out my armor in one hit. Your armor regenerates, I should mention that. Your armor regenerates, but your health will not. You can be downed up to 3 times in a match before you're taken into custody, unless you actually use a health pack. The doctor bags available works similarly to the health packs in games like Left 4 Dead. In fact, Left 4 Dead would be a game I would say it's almost an identical way of doing the health system to that there. Damn it. So these guys are saying goddamn cloakers. What does that say to me? That says to me, whoa. Cloakers are gonna do a lot of damage to us. Now, I could potentially move up to the van, start taking these weapons, and focus on... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. This is a pro job, so I'm going to have to actually start making my way back with the weapons. Now, damn it. These guys here have heavy armor. Oh, their shields are really, really irritating. Get back, get back, get back. Grenade's gonna knock you off balance. I can use that to shoot you, and I can start moving backwards with my actual weapon. Now it's just me, so it looks like I'm gonna be definitely focusing on taking only 4 weapons and then getting the hell out of there. You can see there what I mean by gravity does affect your things. Oh shit. I really am gonna need some weapons here. Oh crap, taser aimed on me. I could hear it charging up. Oh, you are not particularly smart, I must admit. Run up to a guy with a machine gun, which is a hip-fire weapon, and try something like that. Damn it, not a single round hit him, did it? Okay, it looks like a couple did. Damn it! So it looks like that, since it was a pro job, means mission failed. Yep. So that's mission failed. You can see we gained a little bit of experience from it, but unfortunately nowhere near enough, and we didn't gain any cash from it. All our cash was indeed confiscated. I'm just thinking, now that's that one that I've got. Preview. Ah, this is my close quarters one, which is fully automatic. Right. Okay, well... Firestarter Overkill Pro job. If only those cloakers hadn't appeared and taken out my teammates. That I would say would probably have been one of the most critical errors that happened, being taken out by them. Oh, so he's using the rifle butt attachment, or not a rifle butt attachment rather, but the melee. In this you get different kinds. You've got your rifle butt and your fist and knuckle dusters are specifically designed to knock back your opponent and have a higher chance of knocking them to the ground and therefore incapacitating them. No. He gonna do that there? Yep. You can also charge up your melee attacks if you so desire. Right. So this here you can see has a different sight on it. Why do I have 2 of the same weapon? Well, it just seemed like a good idea to have one which was set up as an almost sniper platform, and then one which was set as more of a fully automatic damage output platform. Now open this here, take the weapons out, and throw them down. The further we can move the weapons before any of this goes bugger up is actually much better, because then we have less distance to cover when they're assaulting, and when the cops start assaulting, that's when things get really bad. You'll notice right there they've already started, so unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with that. Ooh, so it looks like 1 round to the head from this scar actually is enough to kill a lot of those guys. So at this point we're slowly progressing up, moving our weapons as we go. Wonder how many rounds does it take. So this one isn't particularly accurate, as you might be able to guess. It doesn't have the same effective sights as the other ones, but it still does allow us to get a good damage output, and if anyone gets close and we put this into full auto, we've got real Punisher weapon right here. Okay, so we just need to get those shields to face the other guys and then they can take them out, or we can get the shields to face them and we take them out. You really do need to use a decent amount of strategy in this here. Your grenades will be able to throw off some of the shields. I don't think the shields can actually be taken down using grenades to actually kill them, but you can use it to knock them sideways, which is going to affect the damage output of them, and of course it's going to affect just the general defensiveness of them. If they don't have the shield up, then you've got maybe about 1, perhaps 2 seconds to deal enough damage to kill them. Now, these guys ran right up close. If those guys had been cloakers, I would be really scared right now. Ooh, thank you so much, man. You just saved my life. Now you'll notice when you're carrying bags that you turn sideways. Come on, turn and face him. There we go. You are now dead. How do you feel? Oh man. Where is that taser? Okay. He must have been around there somewhere. So we've got one of our guys downed, unfortunately. But at least we've got enough weapons up here that we could indeed move out. And if one of them, if he manages to help him up, those guys should be able to retreat. And we should be able to allow them to get out of here, which will give us more experience for saving everyone in the crew. Now, he's capturing those weapons. You can see they're worth about 300 grand a piece. If we complete this mission with all those, then we are going to be rich. Rich as Texans, I suppose. I'm not saying all Texans are rich, it's just that saying that was out in an episode of South Park. No, not South Park, The Simpsons that I watched last night. Now, we gotta basically fight our way towards these guys to defend them and to allow them to actually move back enough so that they can get those weapons out of there. Now, I'm gonna take up a bit of a sniper platform right here. He's got no helmet. Oh. I saw a cloaker there. Yes! Cloakers are the real difficult ones to take out, because if those guys get in close combat with you, you're gonna die. So you can see he just... Oh, there's an example right there. He got knocked out in one hit from those cloakers. And that's what those cloakers will do. That is easily what they'll do to you. I'm going to start moving back since we've got a little bit of a lull in the fighting, and that's one of the most important things in this. Lulls in the fighting are extremely important because it'll allow you a bit of time to regroup, rearm, and if necessary, retreat. Usually in bank jobs and everything, you don't really have anywhere to retreat to, but at least you can sort of shore up your defensive lines. You can take time to reload all your weapons, and you definitely can focus on collecting ammo off some of the dead soldiers, things like that. But once it goes back into police assault mode, you've got a problem again. So I'm going to say to these guys, good job, because that was a good job. We managed to bring that back and take all the weapons out of that place, which is very nice. Now we're going on to the second part of the mission. Second part is the FBI server. So we've got a grenade case and a camera feed. Is anyone carrying a suppressor? One guy is. One guy's got a suppressor. Ooh.
So all we need to do is hit the local FBI office handling the cartel to get the data. And yes, I know,
Yeah, these guys are saying heavy, and I'm inclined to agree with them. So I'm gonna take my other Scar assault rifle. Oh, it's called the Eagle in this. I'm gonna take my Eagle heavy rifle with the more high-powered optic. No. Hoo-hoo. He almost spotted us. If he had spotted us, that would have been one really, really bad time for us. Because that would have meant we'd have to fight our way in here with guards who are aware of our presence. Shoot the window.
Good, you're inside. Now, locate the server room. That's the door.
Is the server room there? Yes. We've got the server room already, which is nice. No. Ooh, he's placing a drill, which is fantastic. What do we have in there? Is it cocaine? Is it a little bit of weapons? Nope, we got a bag of cash and 4 bags of cocaine. So that's going to provide us with a little bit more money during the final stage of it. And once we get to the payday of this mission, we should be making at least a few million, I'd say. With all the weapons we've taken, plus all the things we could possibly get out of the bank, stuff like that. First things first, place a trip mine right here. Anyone tries breaking in, they are going to get blown to smithereens. Why? Because I say so. Gonna place another trip mine here. So if they try coming through that window, they're also gonna get taken out. And I suppose I could place one here. Usually they don't notice your actual trip mines until one of them has gone off. And then when that one has gone off, if they spot ones, they'll shoot them. Which is why I've only really placed one of them out in the open. He's really ballsy because he's standing right under a vent. Vents are where the cloakers come from, and those guys are really not going to play about with you. So we've got about 80 seconds before that drill is going to go through. You can see the progress of the drill by looking at it, but there's no thing which is going to indicate to you, oh, the drill is 60 seconds ready, unless someone's looking at the drill and calling it out. Now, the drill will periodically break down. One of the perks allows you to automatically restart the drill. Oh, damn it. Okay, Cloaker got me. That's not nice. Okay. So we've got a Cloaker on us. So guys, get upstairs. Devi, you really need to get up here. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, damn it. One of them took out Jesse. Now, unless Devi... Yep, we're done. And that is all that progress wasted since we're playing on expert difficulty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you've seen the difficulty of Overkill difficulty. This isn't even the hardest. You've got 4 difficulties. Well, you've got 5 technically. I'll show you a little bit of crime.net offline just so you can actually see. You've got your normal one, which is just normal difficulty. You've got hard, which is going to start introducing some stuff like SWAT teams, things like that. You've got very hard, which is going to introduce stuff like your riot shielders and your FBI teams. You've got Overkill, which introduces all special enemies except one. And the one that will come up is there going to be one? Is there going to be a Deathwish one? No, it doesn't look like there's actually going to be a Deathwish difficulty one, which is probably for the best, because on Deathwish you take an extreme amount of damage. You're capable of being killed in 3 shots. You can be put into custody extremely easily, and on top of that, you've got an enemy who's wearing a big EOD suit. He's wearing a big bulky suit, and he's carrying a machine gun. So he's got severe armor and severe damage output. The only way to take him out, I imagine, would be a combination of luck, skill, and godliness. Just show you things you can get. a wide variety of different armors, so you're not locked to just the one. You've got stuff like a two-piece suit, which is, it's an extremely quick one. You've got basically no armor in it, but what happens is your movement speed is not diminished at all, and it can be really helpful for if you're doing stealth skills, because at the same time, they won't become as suspicious of you as well. You've got a different variety of equipment, which you can pick based on your class. Since I've got skill points in both Mastermind and Technician, I've got access to trip mines and doctor bags. As a ghost, you can place down ACM jammers, and as an enforcer, you can place down ammo bags. Plus, I could potentially, if I wanted to, earn the sentry gun skill, pay a bit of money for it, and then I'd have access to the military sentry gun, which is, it's basically just an area denial thing. You've got a different variety of things. You can also choose your favorite character. I don't know why I haven't already, but I love playing as Wolf. Now, those there are based on, they're the masks of whichever character you're wanting to play, but you can, of course, customize your different masks, things like that. I'm going to go for Mark. I'm going to keep the Russian. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a look at Payday 2. It's available on Steam right now. It's one of the most fun cooperative games that I've ever played, no question about it. Now, you might think you're only rank 54. I've reset my progress about 4 times. The highest I've got was about rank 90 something. But then I was like, you know what? This is taking too long to level up. I don't feel like I'm getting that same sense of achievement, so I reset my progress right back to level 1. And there is no adversarial in this, but if you're wanting a good cooperative shooter which will require tactics and can range from really easy things like run in, shoot people, and they die in about 1 or 2 hits, through to taking on enemies that will be able to destroy you quite easily, this is the game for you. This is just quite simply a fantastic game. 505 Software have done a tremendous job with it. It's also Overkill Software, I believe, produce it. It's 505 Games publish it, and I think it's Overkill Software that made it. If you're wanting a game which is about £20 and is one of those games you can pick up right away and be able to jump straight into the action, but there's still a steep learning curve and there's really no way to master it, this is a game for you. This provides new challenges every time, and I would just recommend it. So ladies and gentlemen, my name has been XPC Reaper. Thank you very much for joining us, and I will see you next time.